Hi, this is Dina with Pretty Productive. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining me. Please consider subscribing and hit the alert for all future videos. Today what I'm going to be doing is the December week 2 check-in, and we'll kind of walk you through what we've done so far on the budget. I like how we're saying we because I feel like we're in this together as a group. So yesterday I did post my 2021 budget setup, and there was a few things that I needed to print to finish it out, but it's about 90% done. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I had a lot of really good questions in the comment section of the video, so I will answer those as we walk through the week 2. So what I did today, because when I woke up this morning, I was going to go to the bank right when it opened and then do this video, and I decided I was going to go get some Christmas shopping done, some grocery shopping, things like that. So I did have money left in my envelope or in my tabs that I did spend this morning. So I'm going to count that as week 1, or really week 2, and then we'll start the budget fresh with this video. So I hope that makes sense. Hopefully when I walk you through it, it will make sense to you. I may have some extra cash in here because my daughter paid me back, and I just kind of commingled it. So we'll see as we go through. I know what I took from the bank, but there might be a few extra dollars in there. Okay, so I did go ahead and pre-write out my transactions. So for groceries, I had one today, which is Friday the 11th, for $27. And basically I just went and picked up stuff for tonight and tomorrow for dinner, and then I'll meal prep and grocery shop on Sunday. I had one on 12/7 for fries for $48. And when I went to Fry's, my husband went to Costco, so we decided to divide and conquer, and he spent $85 at Costco. And so that was pretty much, I started the week with $160, and I believe that there's nothing left in my tab, so I believe that it was $160, but I'll add it up to be sure. And then for eating out, totally out of control. So on 12/7, I went to Dunkin' Donuts for my daughter in the morning. She drinks coffee, I do not, but she starts her day really early, and since I am retired, I have been running and grabbing her coffee. On Saturday the 5th, went to Streets of New York. So I put $50 into that tab on Friday, and on Saturday I spent the whole $50. So I also went to Arby's last night because I didn't feel like cooking, and I spent $25. So if you're doing the math along with me, I am $30 over in my eating out fund. So kind of talk about how I'm gonna fix that. So Sunday the 6th, $100 for church, and even though in Arizona you can still gather, I'm gonna keep online throughout December, because I feel like people that normally don't go are going to go in the month of December, and my church is a smaller church, so it seats, you know, I don't know how many are in one service, but I don't know. I'm feeling uncomfortable with it. So I'll start back physically in January if we're not in a shutdown mode, because I feel like then it will be a little bit less people there. So my Netflix bill came out on the 8th. And then I did have my daughter clean the house on the 5th. So I spent $120 out of household. And then this is my allowance. And so when I ran out of money in my eating out, I started to use my allowance. It's really ridiculous. So, oh my God, I went to Dunkin' twice on the 7th. She is out of control. So I went to Dunkin' Donuts again. That's right. So I went in the morning and got her a coffee, and then she wasn't feeling good, so I went again in the afternoon. That's out of control. I need to stop that. So today I did put gas in the car. So I'd originally only budgeted, I think $50 for gas and car wash, and it's the 11th and I had to fill the car up again. So I'm over budget. Well, I'm not over budget. I'm over budget in that category, but I did take out my allowance. I also went to Sonic today and got everybody drinks and some lunch, and that was $14. And on the 7th, I went to Sonic for myself, and that was $4. Out of control. I think I have $1 left in that tab. Okay, so let's take a look at the weekly check-in. The money out. I should add up what my daughter spends at Dunkin'. I think I would be a little surprised because she goes every morning and she gets a coffee and usually a couple of donuts or breakfast sandwiches. So, and unfortunately she does get me a donut when she's there, and I don't need the donut at all. She moves out in a couple weeks, so that will stop. 20s. Okay, so we're really going to be stuffing today for 3 weeks because there's 3 weeks left in this month. And I almost didn't take out the 5th week when I pulled the money out today from the bank. But I decided that the check-in date would be Christmas, which obviously I'm not going to do it on Christmas, but the next day. And I really don't like to leave my house on the day after Christmas because everybody's out returning, or, you know, it's crazy. So I went ahead and pulled the money out today, and then I'll just put it away and take it away from myself. So for groceries, I started the week with 160. I spent 100, I believe. So this is our system that we're using. I love how I say our. So this is the system I'm using. I already know I don't like it. I'm gonna go back to the, I'm gonna go to more like the check register. So for eating out, I spent 161, which means $1 got moved in there. For groceries. For eating out, 5 plus 50 plus 25. I spent 80. So I know I'm 30 over. I'll have to take that out 1 week of the month. For allowance, I spent 5 plus 26 plus 14 plus 5. I spent 50. Giving 100, entertainment nothing, household 120, personal care nothing. Now, I do have a massage coming up at the end of the month. And then I also wanted to note my no spend days, because this is how I'm noting it. This is my calendar. So I had a no spend day on Sunday the 6th, because I don't consider church or tithing a spend. And then also on the 8th and the 9th. So I'll go ahead and mark those. And actually, let me look at this. Streets of New York was really on Friday, not Saturday. I'm gonna move that back. And then Saturday was a no spend. So you would think being retired, I would have all the time in the world to get things done, and I am not getting a lot done. I know my schedule kind of looks like there's a lot of highlight there, but I am not. I still haven't decorated, and I haven't gotten, you know, some of the things done that I wanted to do. So I need to get organized. And then the 8th and the 9th. Okay. Okay, so those are all my no spends, and so let's go ahead and start stuffing our envelopes. So here are my tabs. There's $1 left in allowance. I'll let it roll over. Such a big amount. Okay, so for groceries, I have $300 left in my budget for groceries. So it's $100 a week. So I'm going to take, no I don't. Yes, I do. So I started with 150 and 150. Yes, so I've spent 300, I have 300, so I'm gonna have 100 left per week. So I'll start with one as 100 there. And then these two will go under my envelopes in my grocery. Now I did add $100 that was separate for Christmas, and that will be more for food for Christmas Day as well as baking. I haven't pulled that money out yet. And then for allowance, I get $50 a week, so I have 150 left. So I'll put 50 under the tab. Put it over there. And then this 50 and this 50. So this is week 3, 4, 3, 4, and 5 will go in my envelope. And then eating out, okay, so I'm already 25, no, I'm sorry, I'm 30 over. I have 150 left. So let's see if we can do this without going over. So I'll do 50, 50. So very sad, it'll be 20. So 50 for this week. 50 for week 4, and I will only get $20 for the last week of the month. I'm guessing that I'm going to have to use my allowance because I just don't think that's realistic that I'm not going to spend more than that. So I said at the beginning of the month I should have put more in this fund because I knew that with my daughter home we would spend more, but I didn't really calculate it into my budget. So what is allowance? Let me go back. Okay, no. Oh my God. I have not had enough caffeine today. Eating out. So I have 54 and then 20 because I'm over 30. Okay, I just want to make sure that makes sense. Hope it all makes sense to you. And then for household, I have 120. She is going to come clean on the 19th. And then I also have 60. So my entire budget was 320. I'm gonna go ahead and put the 60 in because I think what I'm gonna do is get some additional lights for Christmas. And I don't really want to take it out of my Christmas budget because I think that's gonna be pretty maxed out. So I'll take it out of my household. So that's the other 60 that's gonna go into household. And then this one is completely funded for the month. Okay, so I was afraid this was gonna happen where I was gonna have money left over. I'm gonna take this to the side right now. I might need to go put it back into the bank. Let's just make sure we've got everything stuffed. So for some reason, so 600, so 150, 150. I think groceries is wrong. So I had 600 to start. I took out 150 for the first. 1, 2, 3. That's right. So I had 450 left, 460. I took out 150 for the second week. 300, 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's right. Sad but true. I thought I had more money than that. Okay, so groceries got 100. Allowance got 50. And eating out got 50. Okay, so let's just see what we got remaining. So 460 minus 161, 299. I'm just gonna put 300 because that other dollar came out of my allowance. So 300. Eating out, I started at 200. I spent 80. I have 120 left. That is correct. Allowance, I had 150 is what I started this week with. 150. For giving, I have 300. That one makes sense. Entertainment, I haven't spent anything. Household, I had 300 minus 120 is 180. And that's what I just put in the envelope. And then personal care, I haven't spent anything. I should still have 100. So let's just make sure that we are right in our other envelopes. I did go to take clothing today when I was going out, and I decided not to because it was so crowded already at the stores, and I went early in the day. So I don't know why everybody was out on a Friday afternoon. Just making sure that these are all right so I don't mess myself up next week. Okay, household should have 180. Yes, okay. Entertainment still has 35. Personal care should still have 100. 60. 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, yes. I keep trying to go get a pedicure and I forget that you have to make an appointment. You can't just do a drop-in now, and I don't make an appointment, so there we go. 70 is right. I already know eating out is going to be a problem. Okay. Well, it is a problem because... So this is the clothing. So 51, 50, 70, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 200. Okay. So I think this might just roll over again until January. And then maybe with all the sales that will go on after the holidays, then I will look to go shopping. So what I'm going to do with this extra money, 50, 70, 80, 91, 20. I'm going to put this back into the bank category, my envelope. And it will either go towards cash stuffing in January, or if I want to, I can take it and put it in my gift category because I've already moved that money into Capital One, but it is always nice to have a little bit of cash too. So that is that. And this goes back into my wallet. So my apologies for being a little scattered today. I don't know why this was so difficult. I think because I spent money today and then had to hurry up and write down the transactions before I filmed this. I think that messed me up, or it's just been a long week this week, and I don't know why I'm not working, so it's not like it's a stressful week. So that is cash stuffing for week 2 of November. Pretty good, other than eating out, which has been my problem category for a while. I do think when my daughter moves out that my, $50 a week is fine. It's plenty for my husband and I, but I really did not calculate that she was going to be home for this month, and that we would, whenever we went out, we'd be feeding 3 versus 2. So that was my fault for not really thinking that one through. And then I may end up rolling my entertainment money into my eating out, because that might be considered entertainment depending on what we do for the balance of the month. And then that would give me an additional $100 in that budget. Everything else looks like it's going to be okay. And then as far as Christmas shopping, I'm pretty much on target. I still have a lot to do, but they're little things, so that shouldn't take me too long. And I am really good on that budget. I should have money to roll over into 2021. So please let me know if you have any questions down below. A couple questions that have come up on my 2021 budget setup is about household renos. So at the end of last year, starting in about September, we really were working on the house. So we kind of just put a halt on that. The money is still there. So we've already, set that money aside for countertops and painting the cabinetries and doing a few other. We did kind of put the brakes on while we look for a car, because that I lost my company car at the end of the month when I retired. So we are in the process of looking for a car. Of course, we're going to pay cash for it. So we've kind of been focusing on that. I believe my husband just likes to shop for cars, where I'm more of a let's make a decision and go. So we're trying to compromise, and then we are also trying to figure out what we want to do for the last steps of the reno. So it's mainly in the kitchen. We've already done the flooring. We don't need to buy furniture, things like that. He is working on the wall unit right now, but that's something, it's more of his project, so it's not really that we need to invest a lot of money. We just kind of are investing money in some materials, which have not been that expensive. So that is where we stand on the home reno. And then as far as the car, because that was another question, I did set up sinking funds for car maintenance, car tags. I don't know what that's going to look like yet, because I don't know what I'm buying yet. I think we've narrowed it down to a couple. I know I want an SUV. I know I don't want a brand new car. We're looking at like a 2018. So at that point, I'll figure out what tags are going to look like, what the maintenance is, the car still under warranty, figure out what I would need for oil changes. I mean, I have not had to budget that personally for 28 years. So it's kind of a new thing. I'm not really sure where that number is going to land on, but it will be carved into the budget as soon as I do buy a car. So I'm definitely not going to buy a car in the month of December, because my daughter and I are sharing right now. We do have a truck that I can drive in January. We've loaned it to my niece and nephew, but they'll be leaving, so I'll be able to take that back. So I'm not in any hurry, other than the fact that it would be nice just to stop looking for a car, but I think my husband's enjoying it, so there's that. So I hope you are all doing well and staying safe. It's frightening how high the numbers are going again. I don't know that we're gonna have a Christmas this year, so let's just all hold hands together, stay safe and healthy, and try to celebrate the season as much as possible. Take care, and I'll see you next week.